Alright, motherfuckers, we back here. Raw and uncut. No, I know it's been a long time since I've done anything raw and uncut related, but better late than never. Today I'm going to talk about my worst relationships. Worse! In my Drake voice. Worse! I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but after what happened 2 days ago, I'm going to add my most recent relationship to the list. Yeah, I said it. I'm adding Keisha to the list, because as far as I'm concerned, your boy is single. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was her that happened. It's been a long time since I said those two words. I'm single. When do I ever say that shit? I always utter these two words. I utter these two words, but I never utter those two words. I'm single. I ain't said that shit since 2012. 7 years. And I'm saying it again, and that shit don't feel right. I'm gonna talk about all that when I get to that. Let's just go through the list. I'm gonna go in chronological order. Start with the first girl and end with the last girl. So that was Hazel, Amani, Veronica, Asia. Then there was Keisha. We ended up breaking up, and I ended up with somebody else because our relationship was on the down low. We was keeping that shit a secret. Somebody found out, so we had to break up. And during that break that we had away from each other, I ended up with Bria. That relationship went left, and then I ended up with Deani. That relationship went left, and then I got back with Keisha, and the rest is history. I'm gonna get into all of that when I get into all of that. So starting with Hazel, all I'm gonna say is she was a slut, and she even acted like one. And to be completely honest with you, all I wanted to do was hit that. I wasn't really looking for no relationship. I was too immature to get into a relationship. And on top of that, I was on probation for being a pervert. I was out there grabbing ass and titties. I wasn't going as far as Donald Trump and bitches, but I was out there grabbing ass and titties, and I got in trouble for that shit. I got caught, I got snitched on, people exaggerated the story, and just added a whole bunch of extra shit, and I got put on probation for it. With Hazel, I mean, she was a ghetto hoe, and she was gullible as fuck, so she was like easy to pull. And she was gonna be easy to smash, but she was holding back. You know, I asked her one day, like, when do you want to meet up? She said, I don't know. I said, maybe we can meet up this Friday at like 4 o'clock. She said, okay. I said, where you want to go? She said, I don't know. I said, maybe we can go to your house. She said, nah, because I'm gonna get horny. I'm like, bitch, that's the idea. That's the idea. I didn't actually say that what I was thinking. And I said, well, maybe we can go to my house, because, you know, again, I was thinking, like, ain't gonna be no fucking at my house. You know, you can't fuck in your parents' house. You can't be on their couch. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in your mama's bed and getting ready to nut on her pillow. You know what I'm saying? Because you get caught. That's the easiest way for you to not only get your ass whooped, but also get put out the goddamn house. And I wasn't finna do that. Nope. And she said, nah, because I'm gonna still get horny. Really, bitch? Then I said, well, we can just meet at the States and we just chill over there and maybe kiss a little bit. You know, she said I might still get horny, but okay. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sweet talk your panties off. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in them draws. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying too hard though. You gotta ease your way into the vagina panties, not force your way into them. So we were supposed to meet one day, and her ass never showed up. She had me out there waiting for 3 whole hours, and I just said fuck it and went home. Hit her up on Facebook. I said, where you at? Where was you at? Why you ain't come meet me? She said I was sick. After she said that, I just stopped talking to her. So I don't know if she cheated or not. You know, she probably did. That's probably why she ain't show up. She's probably with some other nigga. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. She can eat ass for all I care. She probably do. She can eat her own ass. She was flexible. I seen her pictures. Next, I'm in 9th grade and I'm dating this girl, Amani. I met her at the beginning of December, maybe the midpoint of December, like right before winter break. We got together the week before, or the week of winter break, like right before it happened. Winter break started on Friday, and I got with her that Monday. Actually, I got with her on that Sunday because I hit her up on Facebook and, you know, hit her with that traditional "will you be my girl" question. And I popped that question and she said yeah. And I talked to her on Monday, or I tried to anyway. I couldn't say shit. It was like that whole Corey Matthews Topanga situation on Boy Meets World. You know what I'm saying? He see her walk past, he can't even say shit. Like, he's talking all this shit, you know what I'm saying, to his best friend. I forgot his name because I ain't seen the show in so long. But he's talking all this shit to his best friend about, you know, Topanga, about, you know, him being in love with her, him having a big crush on her and whatnot. And then she walks past, all seductive like, and he can't say shit. He's just sitting there speaking gibberish, drooling all over him and whatnot. You know, I didn't do all of that, but I was just sitting there quiet. I couldn't say shit because I had butterflies. I was nervous. So all I did whenever I seen her was walk up to her, hug her, kiss her on the cheek, and then dip. Hug and dip. After winter break was over, I did the same exact shit, and she said, we can't be together no more. She hit me on my Facebook and said that. You can't be together no more. Obviously, you're not ready for a relationship. You don't even talk to me outside of Facebook. I took it like a G. But what's funny is it took us breaking up for me to actually grow some balls and talk to her. And not only that, a few months later, she ended up with a new boyfriend, a nigga named Kenny. And like I said, I was on probation at the time for being a pervert. And because I was such a fucking pervert, they had me do sex offender. And The nigga she was dating was in my sex offender class, but he wasn't a sex offender. They put him in there by mistake, and he didn't even last the full 12 weeks in that class like everybody else did. It was a 2-hour session for 2 days. Bullshit, man. Hated that shit. But I was cool with him though. We used to play Black Ops 2 on the PS2 back, not PS2, PS3 back in the day. So it was all good fun. We was all friends, you know. But what makes this situation even weirder is not only did it take us breaking up for me to actually talk to her, but it also took us breaking up for me to actually grow some balls and kiss her on the lips. You know what I'm saying? Well, she kissed me first, but still, she willingly cheated on her boyfriend. Every time we seen each other in the hallway, on our way to class, we would hold hands, you know what I'm saying? And when we get to class, she'd kiss me on the lips and then walk off. And people really thought we were serious. People thought we was together. And right before it got too serious, we had to end that shit. But it was still fun though, I ain't gonna lie. It was still fun. Easily one of the most fun relationships / non-relationships I've ever been in. Everything else was pretty much. And here's another funny thing. Amani, like, then, I don't know what the fuck happened to her. Because then she was the most lovable girl you would ever meet. Easily the most unhateable person ever. She was just that lovable. And she was adorable. And she went from a girly girl to a stud. Like, how you turn gay after that, though? It's like she took dick for the first time and didn't like it, so she just went right to pussy. I don't know what happened. Next, I ended up with Veronica. I'm in 10th grade at this point, or I'm about to be in 10th grade, actually. I met her with Veronica. I think I met her with her in the summertime, I believe. No, I was still in 9th grade. It was towards the end of the school year. That's what that was. And she broke up with me during the summertime, so... yeah, her and Asia, we're going to do both of them at the same time. I could have double entendre. But we're going to do both of them at the same time because they both broke up with me for the same dumbass reason. They said we're too far apart. But the thing about Veronica is she lived down the goddamn street. How the fuck are we too far apart? Not only do you live down the goddamn street, but our schools ain't even that far apart from each other. I just get on one bus and come all the way to Thurgood. I went to National Collegiate Prep and she went to Thurgood. And if she was in the house, I could have walked from my house to her house, or I could have just went right to Southern Avenue and just walked across the damn street, because that's where she lived at. She lived right across the street from Southern Avenue Station, and we're too far apart. That's a 15-20 minute walk away from my house. I'm just saying. And she's doing all that faking and said we was too far apart. What she really broke up with me for is because we was, well, she was a freak, but she wasn't that much of a freak. I was too freaky for her own good, and she wasn't having it. That's why she broke up with me, but she didn't want to break my heart. And then Asia is the same thing. I met her for the first time. You know, we saying all this freaky shit in the text messages that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? We was doing video chat on Uber and whatnot. You know, it was all in good fun. And then we met each other. We hugged. We kissed. She had lip gloss on. She got that shit on my lips. I ain't even mind it because her lips was soft as shit. And then a couple months later, she ended up breaking up with me because we were too far apart. But this time, she was telling the truth. Partially because she lived in Warrenton, VA, but she was moving to DC within like 2 months. She was originally from DC, but she lived in VA. But she was moving back to DC. So we could have stayed together, and I could have waited. I guess she thought I wasn't a patient man, when you know for damn sure I am. You know, but she ended up breaking up with me because we were too far apart. When, again, I was probably some bullshit because I was probably too freaky for her own good. But then again, she was a freak too. But I'm cool with both of them, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm cool with both of them. After Asia, I ended up with Keisha. Met her at the Boys and Girls Club. I was still doing community service and she was just there. I had a perm at the time. I went to the bathroom to go fix my perm, and when I came out, this girl came up to me and said, "Hey, this girl over there like you." And I'm like, oh yeah? I went over there, talked to her, introduced myself. She introduced herself. I sweet talked her a little bit because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I talk with girls' panties on. You know, you gotta have that voice, and you know, you gotta say the right words. I even spoke some Spanish to her because she thought I was Puerto Rican. When in reality, I'm Native American, but I did lie to her, say I was Puerto Rican. But obviously, she was getting a little wet when I was speaking Spanish, and we got together in a matter of 10 minutes. And one thing led to another. Next thing you know, we in the back of the Ark. You know what I'm saying? The second part of the Boys and Girls Club. We go through those double doors, and we went up those steps all the way around down the hallway. It went right through these doors. You know what I'm saying? Right through this door that leads to a stairwell, and we just sitting there getting our freak on. We wasn't fucking or nothing. Not yet, anyway. It almost happened, but we had to chill out a little bit because it was too fast. I mean, we just met. We just got back together. We just got together. I'm kissing her. She kissing me. I got my tongue in her mouth. She got her tongue in my mouth. Got my hand in her pants. She got her hand in mine. You know, sucking on her nipples is like, bruh, I think I just found me another freak. You had to slow it down a little bit. And then next thing you know, we end up breaking up because somebody found out we was together. Or so I thought. Maybe she lied and said that we was best friends because somebody seen a picture of us, or a picture of me rather, on her phone, and we had to cut that shit out real quick. And this was after like 8-9 months, the length of a pregnancy out this bitch, 8-9 months. And what's crazy is, it might have been her uncle, it might have been her aunt that found out, but her uncle, I mean, he would have had a fit, because he was a insecure, selfish, overprotective asshole that didn't want her dating whatsoever. He just wanted her to focus on her grades and graduate high school, and then she could focus about dick. Anyway, after we broke up, and then here's the funny thing, he always came to pick her up from either the Boys and Girls Club or at her school. And whenever he pulled up, he always seen me with her. And we had to pretend like we wasn't together, but we wasn't slick. He knew, because every time he seen her, he seen me. We was not slick. Like I said, we ended up breaking up because somebody found out we was together, or thought we was together, and she had to clear that up, so to speak. And I ended up with somebody else. I ended up with a girl named Bria. That bitch was 6 feet tall, and I had no idea, but she told me she was 6 feet, and I thought she was lying until I actually met her ass in person. I met her on Instagram first, and she was posting a whole bunch of scantily clad pictures on Instagram, man. She had her ass out. I mean, she ain't really got no ass, but she had her ass out, you know what I'm saying, them little boy shorts that she was wearing. She had her titties out, you know, these big ass bras that she was wearing. She looked like she wore a double D. And I ain't talking about Eddie and Eddie. She looked like she wore a double D. Something like that. Or it might have been a C cup, something like that. But her titties look huge in them pictures. Or maybe she... Bro. I'm recording, fam. This nigga just FaceTimed me. My bad. But yeah, she's posting all these scantily clad pictures on Instagram, and then she posted a picture with her number on it. I think she put it in the caption, and she said, somebody text me, and I was the first person to text her, and next thing you know, we together after like a few weeks. And then we actually met up. This relationship lasted about 4 months. We actually met up, and she hit me with a bunch of short jokes as soon as I seen her. Like, she was just roasting non-stop. And I didn't like that shit one bit. She acting like I couldn't put it down right on that porch. You know what I'm saying? We ended the conversation. I was getting ready to walk away. I went ahead and hugged her, kissed her on the cheek. She kissed me on mine, and that same day, as soon as I got on the bus, my goddamn iPhone 4S got stolen. So I always see her as like a bad luck charm. My phone got stolen the day that I met her. That's bullshit. And after that, we just stopped talking. And what makes the situation even worse is the fact that she posted even more scantily clad pictures on her Instagram, and she posted another picture with her number on it, and somebody in her comments said, "Are you single?" She said, "Yeah." I'm like, well, fuck you too. That relationship went completely nowhere. Easily the worst relationship I've ever been in, to be completely honest with you. That one and Hazel, you can't even compare, man. Easily the worst relationships. And then it got even worse when I ended up dating this girl named Diani, which that relationship went nowhere because that shit lasted about a week or two. I don't remember how long it actually lasted, but one thing led to another. I was saying a bunch of freaky shit, and then I said I love you to her, and she called it quits. Bars. And that was it. We were still fooling around after that, but we had to call it quits for real. We just stopped talking, and I ain't seen her since. Then me and Keisha get back together September 2013, a year after my grandmother passed away. A year later, August 2014, I ended up graduating high school, and a few months after that, the relationship started to slowly but surely go downhill. We set up a couple of dates, you know, anniversary dates, movie date and all that shit, and I canceled all of them at the last minute. And then when it actually came to our actual anniversary in 2015, May 2015, I believe was our 3-year anniversary, and I straight up canceled that date on the day that it was supposed to happen. So I was only thinking about myself. I was only doing shit for myself. I was spending money on myself and not her, and I wasn't treating her like the queen that she deserved to be treated as. So I fucked up. I took that. And because of that, we stopped talking to each other. Last time we seen each other was July 2015. A few weeks before she graduated high school. She was in summer school too. Yeah, after that, she just stopped talking to me for good, and we ain't talked for an entire year. And later on that same year, October 2015, and I got the math done already in my head. October 2015, she meets another nigga, and they hit it off, and she let him hit raw. She ain't even asked this nigga to wrap it up. She let him hit raw, and her fucking ass got pregnant. And then I found out about the baby like a month after he was born. I seen a picture on her Instagram because I ain't seen her Instagram in a while. I went ahead and checked to see what picture she uploaded lately because I was missing her like crazy. And then I found out she had a baby, and that low-key kind of hurt my feelings. You know, I was kind of mad. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad because we was together, but we weren't together at the same time. Because, I mean, nobody said that we was done. Nobody said that we was breaking up. We just stopped talking for an entire year. Technically, if you do that, you're no longer together. But you gotta confirm the breakup, and the breakup was never confirmed. So technically, she cheated. But I let it slide, like Berlizzi. I let it slide. She said that her and her baby father weren't together anymore. They had a falling out, and he neglected her. He neglected the child. And I decided, you know what? I want to get back with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back with you. I want to help you with your son. I'm gonna support you 100%. Whatever you need, I got you. And I treated her like the queen that she deserved to be treated as. And everything was going so great, in fact, that I decided to even propose to her. You know what I'm saying? I proposed to her in 2016 when we got back together. And I did it in a Monica challenge format. You know what I'm saying? Remember that shit from 2016? I don't remember the exact song, but you know, that little song from Monica, everybody was doing that shit. I did my own version of it. It got blocked worldwide, which is why you don't see it on my channel. I ended up deleting that shit, but I let her listen to it, and she loved it. Fast forward, 2017. My dad takes me to a strip club for my 21st birthday. Before that, I went to the doctor, and they gave me this big-ass bag of condoms. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to play into the next part of this story. So dad took me to a strip club for my 21st birthday. I was low-key embarrassed and uncomfortable at the same time, but it was somewhat fun, just a little bit. You know, all the strippers in there was butt, booty ass naked. Not one of them, not one, had on a G-string. Ass was out, titty was out, pussy was exposed. Straight out. And I ain't never been so hard in my life, to be completely honest with you. Like, I got hard as soon as I got in there. But then the moment I sat down and took a chug of this goddamn Bud Light, which that is one of the worst beers of all time. I'm never drinking that shit again. Heineken and Corona only. And maybe a Guinness. And I was going to leave this out, but I just said fuck it. I left it out the initial story. I left it out the initial story. Shit. So I was a little hard, I'm not going to lie. And then the moment this chocolate bitch went ahead and got over top of me and put her ass and her pussy all in my face, I went soft. I ain't gonna lie to you, I went soft. She had her ass and pussy in my face like I really wanted to smell that shit. But because I was in the heat of the moment and my aunt, my uncle, and my father was sitting there, yes, aunt, uncle, and father, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting there, I had them ones in my hand, I just started throwing them bitches. I was in the heat of the moment, they was hyping that shit. I was embarrassed, I ain't gonna lie. It was fun, but it was embarrassing. And when they wasn't looking, I picked them motherfuckers back up. That same weekend, me and Keisha decided to attempt again to go to another hotel. Or not another hotel, but try to get into a hotel. You know, because we attempted a couple of times. If you actually want to see that video of us attempting to get into different hotels, the link is in the annotation. Not the annotation, at the end of the video. It's in the end screen. I believe it's episode 3 of The Life of Jay. Go ahead and check that joint out. You'll see what I'm talking about. We got rejected twice. As a matter of fact, before we even, I was gonna leave this out, but I ain't gonna leave it out. Fuck it. Before we even went to the hotel, before I even left out the house, she texted me and said, make sure you bring some condoms. And I was sitting there like Tony Farmer, like, bruh, like for real, on a scale of 1 to for real, like you ain't asked that last nigga to wrap it up. Why should I wrap it up? What if I don't want to wrap it up? What if I tell you I hate condoms? On some real shit though, fun fact, I do. These joints in particular, I ain't gonna do that. These joints in particular, these joints is ass. Straight up. Yeah, they lifestyles, yeah, they lubed up, but these joints is garbage. These, Durex, all them joints. If you're gonna use any condom, use Trojan bear skin. If you wanna feel like you're hitting it raw, but you're not actually hitting it raw, use Trojan bear skin. I wish I went to the store and got some of those, but I was forced to use one of these. She said bring some condoms. I'm like, you ain't asked that last nigga to wrap it up, why should I? So I went ahead and said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and pack a condom. Ha, a condom. And we got to that hotel within 10 minutes. Clothes came off and we got to doing it. And I'm not gonna get too personal with this. All I'm gonna say is, first time we did it, we used the condom. We did it 3 times. Twice in one night, and then the third time we did it the day we left, like right before we left. So the first time we did it, we actually used the condom, and this is how I know she was full of shit. Halfway through, she told me to take that shit off. That's how I knew she didn't like condoms either. She surprised the hell out of me. She said, go ahead and take it off. I'm like, oh shit. And then the fun really got started. And then we did it again that exact same night before we went to sleep, and then we did it again before we left. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Safe to say, I pulled out, and I'm glad I pulled out. A couple months after we fucked for the first time, she goes to a hotel party. Now, I wasn't gonna tell nobody this. I kept this bottled up deep inside for the longest time. Somebody done bust nuts deep inside at this damn party. I don't know if she was lying or not, but she said she was raped at this party. But maybe she was full of shit and actually willingly cheated and got pregnant again. So that's how you know she don't like condoms. She ain't asked the first nigga to use a condom. She told me to take the condom off, and she ain't tell that third nigga to use a condom. Go figure. I didn't know she was pregnant until a couple months later. I'm at work, I'm doing a coat check. You know what I'm saying? I just got this job and I got her the job. I'm sitting there at the table just, you know, waiting for people to come up there and check their coats in. This is like right before the shift even initially started. She got there and she had her shirt untucked. And the manager on the job, Teresa, she said, go ahead, tuck your shirt in. And she did a bad job at hiding it. My eyes was just glued to her stomach. I'm like, I don't know if she's pregnant or she just got bigger. I don't know, because she was a big girl. My eyes was just dead set on her stomach, but I didn't say anything. You know, I kind of knew, and I waited until she told me. And when she actually told me, I was pissed off. I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed off. But you know what I did? I stayed with her. I wanted to support her 100%. I'm helping her out with 2 kids now. I'm gonna give you money for Pampers, bottles, diaper bags, pacifiers, clothes, all that shit, car seats. I'm even giving you money for transportation because the jobs that you working are dead-end jobs and you ain't getting money like that. She had the baby in February 2018, early February 2019. I proposed later on that month, towards the end of the month. I don't remember exactly what day, and nor do I give a fuck. I proposed later on that month. You know what I'm saying? Spent $130 on this damn ring. It's not in there because she still got it. I don't even give a fuck. She can keep that shit. Actually, I'm gonna throw that in the trash. Hopefully this next one could be the one, because I thought she was the one. I really thought she was gonna be the one. Because what had happened was, she ended up getting herself a girlfriend, and before that, she found one girl who was a complete psychopathic control freak. Like, she was completely psycho. She was crazy as shit. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember her, you know, hit me up in my DM saying that, "Are you and Keisha together?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Are y'all having sex?" I said, "Yeah, we have a couple times." She said, "Well, you the only dude I'm allowing her to see." I'm like, bitch, I feel like y'all been together for 5.5 years. Y'all just got together. We've been together for the longest time. But yeah, when I say control freak, I ain't talking about these control freaks. I'm talking about actual control freaks. Like, that's how crazy that bitch was. And then she went and robbed her ass. You know, police got involved and the bitch got arrested, and the rest is history. And even through that, I still supported her. You had 2 kids by 2 different niggas, and you got robbed by a bitch that you thought was gonna be your girlfriend. She got into all kind of fucked up situations, and you know what? I stayed right there by her side the whole time. But this time it's too late. She got herself another girlfriend, and this time she really tried to, you know, have me play second fiddle and treat me like a side nigga. She got with this girl named Victoria, and she didn't tell me about her for a couple of months, and then she actually told me about her and said that, you know, I don't want her to know about you. I don't want her to see you. I had a problem with that. I had a problem with that. I'm not about to sit here and play second fiddle to you and some girl. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet her and I want to talk to her and persuade her, you know, about me and you. You know, we can all be in this together. You know, it'll be me and you then you and her. Or it can be at the same time. Huh? Double entendre, you know what I mean? But still, I know she ain't crazy. She might be insecure as fuck, but she ain't crazy. You know, I've been around a lot of people like that. I'm going to fast forward to the end. I'm going to pull up my text messages right quick. We were supposed to go out to lunch the other day, which actually ended up turning into a drink, and we still ain't go nowhere. So we were supposed to be meeting at Navy Yard, right? We were supposed to be meeting at Navy Yard at 3:30 p.m. to go get a drink. I was on my way to Southern Avenue Station, and she lives like right around there. She lives like 25 minutes away, walking distance, Forest Hills Apartments. Her and her girlfriend live together now. Which I asked her if I can move in with them, you know, because I don't want to live in this shithole no more. I wanted to move in with them. And she said no, because her girl's going to have a problem with it. Get the fuck out. I told you, I'm a persuasive motherfucker. That's one gift that I have. I can make people change their minds with ease, goddammit. I said, I'm on my way to Southern Ave. See you soon. She said, okay. I said, we can meet at Southern Ave if you're not down here yet. This is when I'm actually there. We can meet at Southern Ave if you're not down here yet. She said, nah, I don't want my girl to see you. I said, we just left out. She said, meet me at, oh yeah, she said we just left out. I'm tripping. We just left out, meet me at Navy Yard like I said. I said she could see me. We could just pretend like we was best friends, like we've been doing. That's pretty much what we had to do when she was talking about her girl. We had to pretend like we was best friends. That's some bullshit. Even when we was out in public, we had to pretend like we was best friends because she thought her girl was gonna be around. And everybody else is looking as well. So every time I tried to, you know, pull up on her and, you know, put my arms around her and hug her and whatnot and kiss her on the cheek, kiss her on the lips and all that shit, she would always turn her head and push me off. Like we wasn't together. Like her girlfriend is just magically gonna pop up out of nowhere. What type of shit is that? We're engaged, goddammit. I ain't gonna say no. I'm not even gonna yell. I said she could see me. We could just pretend to be best friends like we been doing. She said, nah, I'm good. I know how my girl is. If you can't meet me at Navy Yard, fuck it. I said, what, is she hella insecure or something? She said, yeah, but don't worry about it. We can end this all just now. And this ain't the first time that she said that. She said that plenty of times when I was talking to her about her girl. That's why I just skipped all of that shit and just came to this. She said, we can just end this all right now because I don't have time. I said, we don't have to end it. I just feel like I'm playing second fiddle. We supposed to be engaged. It's like he loved her more than me. We've been together almost 7 years. Y'all been together close to a year, I'm guessing. She said, right. I've been saying we should end this. You keep forcing stuff, and I ain't forcing shit. I don't know what you talking about. You just putting words in my mouth. She said, I can give you the bread that you paid for the ring, no problem. Nah, you can keep the ring and the bread. I don't give a fuck no more. I said I'm not. I'm just saying for a fact I know she'll like me. I've been around plenty of people like her, and I know how to persuade her. She said I'm good for the last time. She not that kind of woman. I just hit her with a one-liner. Yeah, alright. And I ain't talked to her since. I'm just sitting down there in that station just thinking to myself, like, how do you fuck this up? How you throw away a perfectly good relationship where I'm just sitting here supporting your ass? You cheated on me twice. Not once, but twice. And you got robbed by a bitch that you thought was really gonna be your girlfriend. She played your ass. And you know what happened? I stayed there with you by your side the whole time. I supported you 100%. Most niggas don't do that. Most niggas just kick you to the curb and let you raise them kids by yourself and let you get robbed. I stayed with you by your side the whole time. And that's how you repay me? You gonna have me play second fiddle to some girl and have me play side nigga? Nah, not this time. I'm done after that. 6.5 years. Thrown down the drain. All for some girl that she been with for only a couple of months. Ain't that some shit? If she had let me talk to that girl one time, she'd have been cool with us being together. And what's crazy is, I never once cheated on you. Never even thought about cheating. I've been faithful since day one. But your ass got a little cocky and got yourself a girlfriend. And you know what you did? You decided to love her more than you loved me instead of loving both of us equally. How fucked up is that? It is what it is though. I ain't worried about it. Hope y'all have it together. Wish y'all the best in y'all's future endeavors. You ain't my problem no more. Them kids ain't my problem no more. I wanted to raise them kids, but you fucked that up now, didn't you? I said fuck that drink. Came home, deleted all her pictures, deleted the pictures of her kids. I deleted everything that was in reference to her. I deleted her text message, I deleted her number, I deleted all that shit. I'm gonna find somebody better, and I'm gonna love her better than I ever loved you. No disrespect. All I'm saying is, you fucked up what could have been a perfect relationship. With that being said, I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. Peep the shirt. Toodles!
Bye, have a great time.